Okay, so I just... Oh, I don't like hearing myself. Oh. Oh. Never mind. Not gonna use that one. Okay. Uh... Um... Hmm. Um... Okay. So... Huh. OBS is weird. Uh... Okay. I think that fixed it. Um... No, not that. Sorry guys, having technical difficulties. Hmm. Okay. I think I got it settled. Oh, I can hear myself. I'm not sure how much I like this. Hmm. Um, uh, okay. So, it's still doing it, but it's enough that I won't probably be able to hear it over the game. But the thing is, why? Oh, there it goes. It's just not gonna pick up the PNG tuber though. Oh. Hmm. Yep. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Alright, now we're gonna probably. What is with the Discord notifications? Mm, God damn it, man. Oh my god. If I don't stop getting added, I'm going to scream. I swear. I swear on everything that is. I don't even know anymore. Okay, we're just gonna start because I am getting annoyed with my computer. Alright, yeah, but please read this warning. This warning is very important. Basically, what I know kind of the content warnings would definitely be suicide, in a way probably murder, and definitely gore. Most definitely gore. If you're squeamish, do not watch this stream. Or, yeah, anxiety or depression, people with that, please make sure you keep yourself safe. And please, if you are triggered by any of this that it just said, do not watch this stream. I am just looking out for your safety and mental well being. I played this game before, but it's been a while. And I decided, you know, why not stream it? Yep, this is also a thing that you have to do. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and that you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I am older than 13. I will not say my age. Please don't even ask in the chat. I will delete the comment. We're not gonna ask why my PNG tuber is pure vanilla. It's better not to ask questions. I was also too lazy to change it. Alrighty. Hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick and then we'll start the game. Okay. So, I don't know why it is echoing. Because if I take off one ear on my headphones, I can hear myself through my monitor. And I don't know why. But I'm just gonna deal with it. I apologize if it's like actually echoing on the stream. We. Alright, I'm gonna grab me a drink, and then we're gonna start. I apologize for taking so long. I honestly did not know if I was actually gonna go live today or not. Alright. I am back. Got me a Dr. Pepper. Alrighty. Now we can start. Oh, that's loud. Alright. Now it's not as loud. I got, like, literally almost went deaf. Alright. Just gonna let people who, like, scroll past this live see the game and hopefully join. Alright. Again, warnings. Uh, Suicide, murder, and gore. So, yeah. Oh, and this game has jump scares. So if you get scared easily, this is not the game to watch. Huh? I didn't even realize people were in the chat. I'm sorry, I was looking at Discord. Alright. Hello! I'm so sorry. I was not paying attention. Mep. Alrighty. What do we set the name as? Hi! Alright. What do I set the name as? Do I put it as my name or do we do something silly? Shush. We would shush about the PNG tuber. Alrighty. Well, if he does, I have you here. You want me to set the name as Onyx? Alright. Or. Oh. I can't put spaces. Alright. That's just gonna be the name that I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna wait for my mod to come back before I start. I have cookies. Yeah, I have cookies, and then right near my feet, I have a bag of chips. And then I've got a can of Dr. Pepper on my desk. Alrighty, now we are ready to begin. Now that I have people here, especially my mod. Alright, and let's start. Glad I'm a VA. Oh, what voice do I give her? Oh, um, hmm. Shush! Yes, I have cookies. Uh, what what voice do I give her is the question. High pitched? So, would this work? Oh, no, I feel like that would fit Yuri more. Um, well, yeah, high pitched, but. Alright. I think I got the voice. I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna do Onyx's voice that I made for myself to act as Moonstone. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it was just kind of. Ew, I can't speak apparently. But it's just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. You know, I think I might just voice myself. I don't know if I should voice Sayori or not. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Really? You really want me to voice her? In my suffering, I swear. Fine. Okay. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Moonstone, have you started on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go with along whatever she's on about. Silvery likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I feel targeted with that sentence. I really feel targeted. Anyway. Uh huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you on that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. So everyone wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you spacing out of... I can't speak. I'm trying to read, and then I mess up because I'm reading quickly. But hey, at least with this game, I don't have to put in a background noise because there is background music. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Shut up in the chat! Shut up in the chat! I swear! Stop! Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That has to be one of the funniest things I've ever read. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. I glance around the room. Oh god. Um, what voice do I use? Um, I don't know what voice to use. Yes, we love Yuri. What voice do I use? Is the question. A deeper voice? So, you mean my regular voice? Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Is that good? Sori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, what do I do for Monica? What do I do for Monica? Oh, I don't know what to do. Why? Why? I'm not doing any accent, like, other than for technically Onyx. Because then it'll get confusing. Ah, Moonstone. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Hmm. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That is right. It's great to see you again, Moonstone. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Moonstone. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club exciting and fun for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any other major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. And it feels nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah,
We'll do our best.
you know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Moonstone, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Ugh.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Quit your simping! Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Serial horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just.
Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were thinking on.
I can't speak!
It looked like you were working on a poem called. Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems.
Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everybody's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Um. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it might help us all to get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Moonstone? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Moonstone. You all. I, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Zoe wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Uh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Moonstone, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continued to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Moonstone, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Saori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yummy Dr. Pepper. Alright, now to address the chat. Because every single chat, every time she pops up, is just all about Yuri. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna make the poem. Alright, who should we do it? Like, who do you want to, like the poem more? Should we do Sayori, Natsuki, or Yuri? Ugh, excuse me. I don't know. Hi again, Moonstone. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I can at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Moonstone. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Mm. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into his seat.
Don't worry, guys. Minson always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Minson could become good friends too.
Um, Sayori,
Hmm?
as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me?
Um, not really. Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind. Siri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Uh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading and catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah,
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a I had it good, and then I slipped up. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so.
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well, hmm,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this young girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets very strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Moonstone?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. Oh? Yeah, I know. I played this before. Yeah, I know everything that happened. So, I'm keeping my mouth shut. Possibly.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new, strange perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made to be they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so, um,
My OBS is being stupid. It decided to disconnect for a hot minute. So I apologize.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing.